Hello, internet friends. Welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new here. I am Evie, and today we're going to be talking about moving houses in London. Super exciting, I know. And I'm testing this new format, podcast type video for the first time. See if it sticks, see how it works. Please tell me in the comments if you liked it. I thought that when I'm very, very busy for a period of time and I don't even have time to think about setting up my camera and my space to film a proper video, that instead of doing nothing, maybe I should just do something else that's easier and takes less time to film and edit. In this case, record. So I thought of doing this kind of podcasts and talk to you about some stuff, like random topics that come to my mind, instead of just not uploading anything at all. So it's a win-win situation, I believe. Let me know how you find it, because if you like it, I might do more of these and alternate them with normal videos. So grab your coffee, grab your tea, or put me on the speaker and just do your dishes. Now it's the time to do the dishes while I keep you company. So take advantage of me blabbering on in the background and just do your thing. So today's topic, as I said, is moving houses in general, and more specifically moving houses in London. Fun times, fun times. If you are in the process of moving, I hear you, trust me. If you have moved recently or if you're thinking of moving, oh my God, you are my heroes. I know what you're going through. I have moved so many times in London already, and I was dreading this moment. Like, I knew this moment would come sooner or later again. It's like, it's unavoidable. Living in London, it's such a big city. Everything is so far away that it's almost like inevitable for people to move at some point. Usually within a couple of years, they move because either they don't like the house, or they want a bigger house, or they change their jobs, and it takes a long time to commute to the new job. So people usually try to find another house that's closer to their workplace. So a million reasons, really. And it's a very common phenomenon, people moving houses and also jobs in London. It's very, very common, and it happens very often. So I have moved, let's see, first time I was in the university halls, then I rented a room in a flat there. And then from there, I rented a whole house with my partner and another couple. They were friends of ours. Then I moved to another house. That was the worst experience ever. I stayed there for only a couple of months, I think 2 or 3 months, because the insulation and the humidity was unbearable, even during summer, if you can imagine that. Then I moved to this house that I'm in right now. I've been here for the longest. It's been almost 5 years, which is incredible if you think about it. And if you live in London, you will understand, like, how many people do you know that have lived in their flat for 5 years? Personally, I'm not sure I know anyone. Even when the house agent came to check out the flat and in order to list it online, told them how long I've been here, and they were like, wow, really? Like, wow. Even they were surprised, because it's very common for people to move, as I said, within a couple of years. And the contracts, are usually like for a year. It's unlikely that they will agree to give you a contract for 2 years or longer. And that's for other reasons as well. It's sometimes because people move and they want the flexibility, they want a short contract usually, or because if they give you a longer contract, people will ask for a break clause, which is understandable. And I think the most important reason is that they don't want to give you a longer contract so that they have the ability to increase your rent before they renew your contract. Hello, welcome to London. Yay! Prices increase almost every year, almost. If not, they do increase your rent every other year. That's very common. It goes with inflation, and it goes according to the market as well. Some landlords are willing to negotiate, but I haven't personally seen that. Whenever I tried to do that, it was non-negotiable. So, yeah, you need a lot of patience in order to go through the housing market in London, whether you're renting or buying or selling. So yeah, so now it's gonna be my how many houses did we say? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm gonna move into my 6th different house, let's say. The first one was the uni accommodation, so maybe that doesn't count, but still, like, I had to move from there. So 6 different place I'm staying at in my 8 years in London. Yeah, crazy, isn't it? Yeah, and as I said, if you are going through a house move, I hear you and I feel you, and you've come to the correct place, because the most important thing that everyone needs to keep in mind is that moving houses is one of the most difficult and emotionally taxing things anyone can do in their lives. Moving houses is no joke. It's like, first of all, it's more than a part-time job. Looking for a house, arranging the move, actually moving, and all of that stuff, which we're going to talk about later. But also emotionally, mentally, it's so draining and so stressful. So stressful. Like, put up your hand, although I cannot see you, if you feel me. Yeah, so since I'm going through this right now, I thought I should talk about it, especially because housing in London is such a different and special case and market. It's an experience on its own. So, as I said, people move very frequently, and I have a few tips for you from my humble experience of moving houses in London, and we're going to talk about this a little bit now. So, if you are looking for a house, my advice would be just go to the biggest websites with all the house listings like Zoopla, Rightmove. OpenRent is only for landlords. So you will talk to the landlord directly, and you won't go through a house agent. Some people prefer it, some people don't. It has its pros and cons, of course, but that's another discussion. So you go to these websites, you put your price range, all your requirements, number of bedrooms, etc., and then you see something you like. If you're going to call the housing agent, just be vigilant and tell them, look, this is the house that I want to view, please book me in for a viewing. Because what they do is they ask you for all of your details and all of your requirements, and they put you in their system, and then they spam you with calls and emails about all of the available houses that they have for you. Sometimes they don't even meet your requirements. They don't care, because they want to rent you a house so that they can get their bonus. But if you are very, very, very particular like me, and I don't negotiate on my requirements, and I'm very, very specific about the things I want in a flat or in a house, then I don't want them to show me something else, because I have seen all the listings online already, and I don't want to waste my time, and they waste theirs as well. So there's no point really. So if you are calling, and probably you're going to call many of them in order to see a few houses, just be vigilant and say, thank you very much, but that's the only one I want to view. Please book me in for a viewing. And that's all. So that's my first tip. The other one would be to see if you can book most of your viewings the same day, or in the same 2 days, let's say, so that you wouldn't have to commit probably from your job to the new house location and then back at your house, because that's very, very, very time consuming as well, and so tiring. People usually have to leave their jobs early in order to go for a house viewing, because normally people finish their job at 5 or half 5, and house agents want to go home usually by 7. So it's very difficult to get a viewing that's after you finish work. It might be before. So how many times really are you going to leave your job early to go to all these house viewings? It's very, very tiring and stressful. So try to book them all on the same day, like one after the other, especially if you're looking in the same area. Then another tip is to look at everything very, very closely when you go to a house viewing. Like open all the cupboards, doors, I don't know, like boiler cupboards. Ask for specific details about the heating, about the washing machine. If you can get meter readings for your gas, electricity, yada, yada, yada. If how much is the council tax? You can also ask that. They might know, they might not know, but that's easy for you to check up online. And the most important thing for me is I always hope that the current tenants are in, so that I can ask them why they're leaving, because the house might appear to be okay, but you never know why people are leaving in reality. So it's good to ask them, because there might be something that you cannot see. For example, that the neighbors might be very, very loud, or they might have decided to build another floors on the building. Oh my God, I have heard about that. Like the developer in our block of flats, they put an application forward to build another stories while everyone lives in their flats here. Imagine like the people on the top floor having another floor built on their house. Like, oh my God, like how can they do that? Like having like workers for months in, like in your flat, not in your flat, but, like on your flat maybe. So it's always good to ask the tenants why they're leaving, because they might know something that you don't. And the house agents are always trying to sell you the apartment, so they won't mention all the shit things usually. So it's good to ask, and it's good to keep your eyes open. Now, in terms of actually, like the actual moving process, depends like how long your notice period is. right now I have a 2-month notice period. Most people have a 1-month notice to give. Take this time and don't leave things till the last minute. My advice would be to start slowly from the beginning and do things slowly so that it's less stressful than it could have been if you left things at the last week. So, for example, I have started donating things since I gave my notice, since the first week. I started decluttering the house, like heavily decluttering the house. That's my favorite hobby, to be honest. I love decluttering because then I get this lightweight feeling, like of being lightweight and free, not having so much stuff to suffocate me. It's the minimalist in me. But yeah, I mean, all things in moderation, right? So start decluttering, open all the cupboards, all the boxes that you have hidden in your wardrobe or under your bed. Open them, see, check out what you're not using, give it to charity if you can. If it's broken, just throw it away, dispose of it properly. If it's electronic devices, like I have a whole bag of electronic devices or electric devices, you can always recycle them. Google it so that you can find the right place. I'm taking a whole bag of useless things or broken things that I just kept for no reason. I'm taking them to Kari's BC World because I saw that they have a free recycling thing. You just say, "Hi, I'm dropping off this bag and bye bye." And it's done. So take these things out so that you don't have to run around at the last minute. Sorry, compulsory coffee break. Good. And then, yeah, ask your friends if they want something that you're not using anymore. Maybe you can ask on Instagram, on Facebook, just call them. You never know, seriously, you never know when somebody needs something. It might look like trash to you, rubbish, but it might be a treasure to them. For example, I gave a big pot to a friend of mine. I wasn't using it because I have an induction hob, and this was a normal pot. So I gave it to a friend who has gas. And we're both happy now because my pot found a new home. Then, yeah, give things to charity when they're new and you don't want to throw them away. It's such a pity to throw good stuff away. Recycle what you can, and the good stuff you can always sell them on eBay and Marketplace. This is the strategy I'm following, especially this time, because I have quite a few things now after like 5 years in this house. So I started selling, and because the new flat is going to be part furnished, I had to sell a few furniture as well, like bedside tables, some stools I had. I even sold like tools and painting brushes and soap making tools. Whatever you can think of, I'm selling. Like some sofa throws. Now I have another bedside table that I'm giving away. Yeah, you can always like sell that stuff on Facebook Marketplace and get the extra cash for your moving company, because that's gonna cost you a lot. Yes. So put it up, put a listing on the Marketplace or eBay, and set the location as London. Do not put the location as your neighborhood. For example, if you live in Camden, don't put Camden in the location, because only people from Camden will be able to see it. I'm not sure, correct me if I'm wrong, but I've experimented with this. And when I listed in London, more people reply and my listing gets more views. The only thing is that it's more unlikely that somebody will come from very far away to grab your item, but still you have more chances. And I always put in the description where I'm based and where pickup is, so it's a win-win situation. So yeah, if you start things slow, then it's gonna be less stressful. I'm gonna start packing very soon so that I don't leave things for the last days. And yeah, I'm gonna keep cleaning. Like if I empty a cupboard, let's say, or half of the wardrobe, then I'm gonna clean that part and keep going like that. Because the other fun thing is that in your contract, it usually states that when you leave the apartment, it needs to be professionally cleaned, like by a company, a third-party company, or it needs to be cleaned at a professional standard. That's the best case scenario. Once I had a contract that I think it was non-negotiable, and I had to pay for professional cleaning at the end. And the funny thing is that when you move into a flat, usually it's not that clean. At least it's not clean to my standard. Greek cleaning standards are out of this world. They are on another level. That's another topic for another week, probably. So yeah, I refuse to pay a shit ton of money for somebody that's gonna come here, do like a couple of hours work and then leave the flat half dirty, when I know that I'm gonna scrub its surface and I'm gonna leave it sparkling clean, not pay anything. Of course I'm gonna put in more hours, but who wants to waste like hundreds of pounds for a cleaning service? If you want to clean like a 1-bedroom flat, 50 square meters or so, it's usually more than 150 pounds. That's a lot of money. Like, I'd rather throw this money in the Thames than, you know. So I think I'm gonna clean the flat myself, see how it goes. I know that I'm gonna clean it very well, so hopefully they won't keep any of my deposit. Because that's the other thing. You need to leave the flat as you found it so that they don't claim any money from your deposit, which is a pain because, yeah, I think I took very, very good care of this flat. I'm not scared of this. I just need to fill a few holes because I hang some frames on the wall for the first time while living in London, because then you have to fix the walls before you leave. So I'm just gonna try that. Worst case, I get some paint and like cover the spots, but I think it should be fine. And yeah, other than that, if you leave it in very, very good condition, it's unlikely that they will keep any of your deposit unless you have like something made or done, like like broken a countertop or something. Otherwise, yeah, it's normal to have some wear and tear over the years, like small scratches on the wall or on the floor. Some usually they are acceptable, so fingers crossed. And I'm gonna wait for your comments on your experiences in moving houses. Doesn't have to be in London. I want to hear your thoughts about it. How stressful do you find it? What are your moving tips? Please let me know because I'm going to need them. And also let me know if you found this podcast like video nice. If you want to hear something like that again, if you want to see something like that again from me. It's been nice, very, very, very nice speaking to you. It's been a long time no see, yeah? So hopefully again soon. And also let me know if you want to hear about a particular topic. I would be happy to discuss this. I'll see you on the next one. Bye, bye, bye.